Hello sim fans, Racing 393, and for this video we're back on the rFactor2 new quarterly, is it quarter 2, quarter 3 update, the big one that's just come out. And before you can see what is a Caterham. This is the new, it's a free update by Studio 397. Apparently the data they've got is, I think they've got multiple data from independent sources, so I don't know whether they've got like from Caterham themselves or a bit from Caterham and other sources, engineering firms within the Caterham Academy. Not too sure about that, but that's what it says on the blurb. But this is what they call the Academy package. So this is quite interesting. I kind of wish I had the money, or it's not so much the money, is it? It's getting the sponsorship. So this is based on the introduction to people in motorsport want to go on to some racing ventures. I can't really call it a hobby, not with the price, but their career, if you like. So they can start off in this what they call the Academy. It's open for people that have never held a racing license. With a racing license, it's got to be something ARDS or I've had an ARCS. I've got my package for ARDS, but I haven't done it yet. But something I'd like to do, just because. But I've had my ARCS and I've raced for other various forms of motorsport. Itchy ear. But so probably I would qualify for this should I ever had the opportunity to take this up. It's exclusive to novice drivers, and these particular models, these cars, are actually road legal, and it comes with all support. So pretty much you just turn up and race. All the sort of the maintenance setup, everything. You haven't got to sort of load up a car on a trailer, tow it all the way to the meeting. I think there's like 6 rounds in a championship or something. And the price for one season, and apparently, well, I don't know how this works, but it sounds like you can only do one season. You can't get familiar with it and become like a stalwart. I think it's just for one season, and the season costs, it's 35 grand. But it comes all in. So if you've got a sponsorship deal, which is probably what it's going to need, or some really rich bastard, not that I'm jealous. Well, why'd I be jealous? I don't know, no one does it. So it's just me wanting to do it, and I can't afford it. But they've got on the if you go onto the website, if I think of it, I'll put a link in the description. But there's like a finance, I don't know what they got, a tool, if you like, where you put in how much deposit, like a little slider bar, but how much deposit you want to put in, and then how much the monthly payments would be, and then what you pay at the end. It's madness. I mean, if you can afford it, I'll be honest, if you can afford it, do it, because if you're that way inclined. But anyway, this is a little bit about rFactor2, the sim version. So the upgrade from these cars, I don't know, I haven't tried the game yet with these, so I'm a bit unknown. But from these Academy cars, you can go up to like a little, it's going to cost, but an upgrade to sort of what they call road sport, for people that want to continue with the racing. And then if you want to continue further, you've got 270R and 310R. I guess that's BHP based on the figures there. So plenty of scope for those can. So these are 125 brake horsepower, 1.6 Sigma, so that's a Ford engine, rear-wheel drive, 5-speed manual gearbox, tops out about 6,800 RPM, and weighs, it's a power to weight thing, 625 kilos, hardly anything with the driver. So 0 to 60 in about 5.3 seconds, so Porsche Boxster type speed, and 115 miles an hour top speed. So fairly average top speed, but it's not all about the top speed in a race car, is it? It's with these sort of things, it's lightweight, sort of open cab, rear wheel drive, sounds good with that exhaust system on it, very competitive, and you go racing for 35 grand. I mean, it's a figure that's beyond my imagination, but in the grand scheme of things, it includes the car, the support, 6 rounds, the everything, ARDs, equipment, training, track days. It's a big package when you look, and when you look at it like that, it's like, wow, give me 35 grand, please, someone, or should I just sell my body? I'd be negative deficit if that was the case. Right, so that's enough of this. We're going to jump on track. Oh, by the way, we're going to go around Castle Coombe again, as this is a typical track that these sort of clubby versions would race. I'm not sure the actual circuits, but we'll use Castle Coombe. I don't know if I'm going to put this in, but this game fucking annoys me at times. Like yesterday, tried it out, the force feedback off the wheel just disappeared, so it felt like it was just floating on the track. It takes so long to get this thing loaded as well. Still waiting. Come on! I mean, rFactor2. It might be because I got fucking shit hard drives. Well, sim hubs fired into life. Okay, so here we are at Castle Coombe, in the Academy Caterham. This hasn't been easy getting to this stage with rFactor2. It's been a bit of a, to be putting it politely, an absolute fucking ball ache. I don't know why. You get sometimes it loads and it's fine. I know people put this on, I do streams online, but I don't know, I just get so many issues with it not loading, freezing, not working. I mean, I tried it yesterday. I just wanted to make sure that it all worked. And it did work, but then I lost the force feedback on the wheel within the game. A bit weird. I'm hoping it works. I mean, everything's working. It just lost its feel. So we can hear the cars going out now. So we're going to get out on track. So H pattern. Got very limited force feedback at the moment. Got a few AI out here. The force feedback is on the car, but wow.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Should I have done that? Doesn't steer. That feels like it's floating. I can't feel like the ground, like the tyres on the tarmac. You turn in, you can just about make out the turning. But there's
blue flag.
There's nothing on this wheel.
Alright. Right, so that's clear. Fastest lap for Sword, 123.4.
That suggests that I'm attached to the circuit. So I'll do a reasonably, not a quick lap because I can't. Just trying out various things on the car. It just feels like it's floating there. Look, I don't know what's going on. And there. No. Huh. What's going on?
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag.
So I've just got the multiplier up and I've taken the smoothering feature off the wheel. So we're going to try again. Can feel a little bit more force feedback this time, but not there.
Cold tyres all round.
But it feels floaty. Like that. Got hardly any feel in that car. It's just... it is a bit weird. I mean, my FOV to me looks okay. .900 degrees of rotation. I don't know whether something's gone wrong with the
The car ahead has just done a 123.2. Sector 1 is 1.9 seconds off the pace.
like the lighting. I'll have to stop talking when the old pitman talks.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line.
So here we go again. We're at the pits. Try and get the tyres warmed up this time. I've got much higher force feedback within the game. Still feels floaty. It's just got no grip. I'm not even going that quick. So many glitches as well for some reason in the game. That's probably my computer, it's not the game, is it? That's my PC. So we'll start the car, very low power. 115. No, what's it? I don't know. What's the brake horse? Can't remember now. Funny lighting here at the track. Don't quite know what's going on there. It's not running as smooth as it should be. No, just can't stop it.
Sector 1, yellow flag.
So we're coming out again. The lighting's a bit weird at the moment in Castle Coombe at this point. Not quite sure why.
Your exit's clear. Don't cross the white line. Sector 1 is green.
But probably more importantly,
you're locking your fronts into volley.
is the car's not running, I don't think, right. It doesn't feel right to me. The game is glitchy for some reason today. Around about 7,000 RPM is when you would change. Very tentative though. I'm not convinced that this would feel like this in real life. I mean, power-wise, yeah, I can understand that. But very evasive on the steering. This part of the circuit, like I say, is a bit weird graphically. just about make it into 5th. It's got absolutely no grip at all. There seems to be a funny glitchy kind of feel to the whole thing at the moment, but anyway. Trying to warm the tyres up or just get used to it. I mean, I have played it.
Sector 2 is 2.7 off the pace.
7,000 RPM. You can feel the gut of the power coming in. Into a funny.
Good lap. That's your quickest so far.
Time warp.
Sector 3 is 0.7 off the pace.
I mean, it does still feel very floaty. You can't feel the limit of the car, but I mean the brakes are better, but it's just that initial, like that turning. You got no real. The limit of when it goes and when it goes may as well be like not connected at all. As much as I want to like
Sector 3 is 2.0 seconds off the pace.
I can't. It needs an update or something needs doing. So you can probably tell I'm not impressed. It shouldn't be that wavy, floaty. Feels like a boat. Well, I'll do one more lap. Let's see what we can do.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Well, it changes gear okay.
Sector 1 is 1.1 off the pace.
Way off. Bear in mind the AI is set the same as when I took the Mini out in my previous video. But you could find the limits of the Mini. You can't do it in this. It's too glitchy as well. No feel there whatsoever. Completely wrong line round there. Way off the pace. There's something wrong with the lighting in this
That's your
bit.
quickest lap in this session. That lap time was 1:27.0.
No. Absolutely zero feel for the car.
Yellow flag in Sector 1.
I don't know what to say really. Okay, right, so that was my attempt at driving this Caterham, this Academy Caterham. Now, it wasn't the first time I've driven it. I had a few issues with the force feedback previously, but I seem to have, as far as I'm aware, compared to what I did have, and now, that is improved. But the crux, the dominating factor is there's two things here. One is I don't think the game's running that well at the minute, like today. I don't know why. It's very hit and miss, glitchy, not ideal. The second thing is the car inherently, as of like since I've driven it yesterday and today, does feel like it's floating. It's not part of the track. I've got the same force feedback settings. You know, when you drive a car in a sim on a track, you should get a feeling that you're going along a bit of tarmac or concrete or whatever. It should feel like you're part of that track, but it feels like when you're turning into a corner, it's floating. You can't feel when you're getting to that limit of where it's not gripping. And the fact is, because it's not gripping, it doesn't seem like it's gripping as much. You may sometimes go a little bit quick, I get that, and this isn't going to be like, you know, stuck to the ground, is it? These Caterhams. But however, even in real life, you're gonna feel the car dig in. You're gonna feel a bit of weight transfer. You're gonna feel that turn in, which I know you can get that from the force feedback settings on the wheel. I get it, you know, and I've got the wheel set into where I think it should be. Looking at the position there of that guy in the car, maybe I'm sitting a bit low. Maybe looking at his crash limits right up at the top, and back a little bit. So yeah, I've got to sort that out, mate. Maybe that'll help with the view, but it's not going to help with the way the car feels. Yeah, that's they got data from independent sources, heaven knows who. So although the graphic representation of the car's really good, it really isn't that mini with rear-wheel drive. You cannot feel the limit. That is disappointing. There's such a big hype around rFactor2, the things they're doing, unless it's something really obvious that I'm not doing, and I can't see what that would be. I mean, it is free. I mean, you could say you can't complain, but you can complain. You know, I didn't particularly like that, if I'm honest with you. So my conclusions are that it definitely needs some form, like an update. You can see there's the super glitches. It goes back a frame or two or three or four. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I like to hear back from people that have got this and have tried it, and what you think. Leave a comment or get in touch. Is there something I'm doing wrong? Is there something that I'm thinking within the game that you got to do this, and it, you know, I just haven't done it? Oh, a couple of glitches back. The game's running like a pile of shit as well. So, I mean, graphically, it's good, but it's not all about graphics, is it? It's not. It helps, but being a race sim, it's the force feedback. Yeah, that's not a very positive review on this, I'm afraid to say, Studio 397. But if you can do something about that with an additional update. There was a couple of updates which I didn't add to the game because it would take too long. I don't know what they're for. It may well have been this. It might not have been. So yeah, I think I'll leave that there. Let me know your thoughts. What, have you got this? Have you tried it? What do you think? Do you enjoy it? Oh, it should be good. It's got all the criteria to be a blinding car to drive, but not for me, I'm afraid. So I'll leave that there. Without further ado, I hope you got something out of this. I appreciate you watching. It's probably a little bit more me talking, which isn't kind of why you have a YouTube video, is it? But anyway, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. It'd be nice to hear some feedback on this particular model anyway, and I shall see you very soon. Yeah, bye for now.